Good evening and welcome to the Great Big Virtual Pub Quiz. My name's Matt and I'm your host again for this evening. Welcome back to all those who joined us last time, and welcome to all those newcomers, and welcome to the Easter edition of the Great Big Virtual Pub Quiz. As with the last edition, we are going to keep it nice and simple, so all you need is a pen and a piece of paper, and to write your answers down as we go through the questions. There is 60 questions in total, and after the end of the questions we'll have a few minute break before coming back for the answers. So put your turn off Google, put Alexa to bed, and we'll get started. So coming up with the first round. Right, welcome to the first round of the quiz. And today we're going to be starting with, where are we? So question 1. What is the largest city in the world by population? What is the largest city in the world by population? Question 2. The Bahamas have which city as its capital? The Bahamas have which city as its capital? Question 3. Who lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? That's who lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Question 4. Where is the Bridge of Sighs? Where is the Bridge of Sighs? Question 5. The Great Barrier Reef is located in which sea? The Great Barrier Reef is located in which sea? Question 6. Denia, Calpe and Benidorm are cities in which coastal area of Spain? Denia, Calpe and Benidorm are cities in which coastal area of Spain? I know I've probably butchered some of that pronunciation. So. Question 7. Ferdinand de Lesseps was responsible for which engineering feat? Ferdinand de Lesseps was responsible for which engineering feat? The Hoover Dam is built on the border of which two US states? Question 8. The Hoover Dam is built on the border of which two US states? Question 9. Which cycle race started in Leeds, Yorkshire in 2014? Which cycle race started in Leeds, Yorkshire in 2014? Question 10. Which lake holds the largest volume of water in the UK? Which lake holds the largest volume of water in the UK? Before we move on to the next section, we'll quickly whiz back and recap the questions on that last section. So question 1 was, what is the largest city in the world by population? Question 2 was, the Bahamas has which city as its capital? Question 3, who lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? Question 4, where is the Bridge of Sighs? Question 5, the Great Barrier Reef is located in which sea? Question 6, Denia, Calpe and Benidorm are cities in which coastal area of Spain? Question 7, Ferdinand de Lesseps was responsible for which engineering feat? Question 8, the Hoover Dam is built on the border of which two US states? Question 9, which cycle race started in Leeds, Yorkshire in 2014? And question 10, which lake holds the largest volume of water in the UK? So moving on to the next section, we're going to visit the happiest place on earth. So question 11. In the film Frozen, who played the voice of Anna? In the film Frozen, who played the voice of Anna? It should be Anna. Sure, lots of all your Disney enthusiasts will be telling me off right now for my pronunciation of that, so I apologise. It's Anna. In the film Frozen, who played the voice of Anna? Question 12. The film Tangled is a retelling of which German fairy tale? The film Tangled is a retelling of which German fairy tale? On to question 13. Which Disney film is set in Scotland and has Billy Connolly as the voice of Fergus? Which Disney film is set in Scotland and has Billy Connolly as the voice of Fergus? Question 14. What's Simba's mother's name? What is Simba's mother's name? Simba being the lion from the Lion King. So what is Simba's mother's name? Question 15. Where is Walt Disney World located? Where is Walt Disney World located? In this one we're actually looking for the name of the city. Or the town, or... Where is Walt Disney World located? Question 16. How much land does Disney World comprise of? So how much land does Disney World comprise? So A, 50 square miles, B, 60 square miles, C, 70 square miles. So how much land does Disney World comprise? $50 square miles, 60 square miles, or 70 square miles? Question 17. In the Jungle Book, who teaches Mowgli about the bare necessities of life? In the Jungle Book, who teaches Mowgli about the bare necessities of life? Is that all you're going to get from me from humming? I'm going to sing it, I might hum it. Okay, on to question 18. Which Disney princess has a raccoon as a sidekick? Which Disney princess has a raccoon as a sidekick? Question 19. In the movie Finding Nemo, which country has Nemo been taken to? In the movie Finding Nemo, which country has Nemo been taken to? Finally, for this section, question 20. What does the crocodile swallow in Peter Pan? Question 20. What does the crocodile swallow in Peter Pan? So we'll go back through those briefly to recap them all for you. So in the film Frozen, who played the voice of Anna? The film Tangled is a retelling of which German fairy tale? Which Disney film is set in Scotland and has Billy Connolly as the voice of Fergus? What's Simba's mother's name? Where is Walt Disney located? So where is Walt Disney World located? How much land does Disney World comprise? How much land does Disney World comprise of? 50 square miles, 60 square miles, or 70 square miles? "17 in the Jungle Book, who teaches Mowgli about the bare necessities of life?" Question 18. Which Disney princess has a raccoon as a sidekick? Which Disney princess has a raccoon as a sidekick? 19. In the movie Finding Nemo, which country has Nemo been taken to? Finally, for the section 20, what does the crocodile swallow in Peter Pan? So hopefully you all had some Disney fanatics amongst you, and you didn't find that round too hard. So the next round we're moving on to is Fat and Drunk, which seem more appropriate given the current situation rather than food and drink. So the first question in this section, question 21. I ate his liver with some Fava beans and a nice chianti is a well-used quote. But how are Fava beans better known as in UK? I ate his liver with some Fava beans and a nice chianti is a well-used quote, but how are Fava beans better known in the UK? Apologies again for the pronunciations, because I'm sure I'm messing them all up. "22. Americans call this vegetable an eggplant, but what is it known as in the UK? Americans call this vegetable an eggplant, but what is it known as in the UK? Bashing my microphone. Okay, question 23. In the UK, we know it as sweet corn, but what cereal grain is it a variety of? In the UK, we know it as sweet corn, but what cereal grain is it a variety of? In Italy, what is mortadella? In Italy, what is mortadella? Question 25. Mocha is a coffee usually flavoured with which substance? Mocha is a coffee usually flavoured with which substance? Mocha is a coffee usually flavoured with which substance? My go-to drinks other than an Americano. Question 26. What's the worst that could happen? Is a slogan used to advertise which drink? What's the worst that could happen is a slogan to advertise which drink? On to 27. The beer brand Old Speckled Hen was acquired by which brewery in the year 2000? The beer brand Old Speckled Hen was acquired by which brewery in the year 2000? Question 28. You only get an ooh with which product to its advertising? You only get an ooh with which product according to its advertising slogan? You only get an ooh with which product according to its advertising slogan? On to 29. According to the Grocer Magazine, which was the top selling alcoholic brand as of April 2018? According to the Grocer Magazine, which was the top selling alcoholic brand as of 2018? So Budweiser, Foster's, or Stella Artois? That's Budweiser, Foster's, or Stella Artois? And the last one for this section. Which product gives you wings according to their advertising slogan? Which product gives you wings according to the advertising slogan? Whiz back through to the start and of that section and recap them quickly. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice chianti is a well-known used quote. How are fava beans better known in the UK? 22. Americans call this vegetable an eggplant, but what is it known as in the UK? 23. In the UK we know it as sweet corn, but what cereal grain is it a variety of? In Italy, what is a mortadella? In Italy, what is a mortadella? 25. Mocha is a coffee, usually flavoured with which substance? 26. What's the worst that could happen is a slogan used to advertise which drink? 27. The beer brand Old Speckled Hen was acquired by which brewery in the year 2000? 28. You only get an ooh with which product according to its advertising slogan? You only get an ooh with which product according to its advertising slogan? According to the Grocer Magazine, which was the top selling alcoholic brand as of April 2018? Is it A. Budweiser, B. Foster's, C. Stella Artois? And 30. Which product gives you wings according to the advertising slogan? So moving on, we're going to buy a bit of bingo as such. So just to explain this one, we're going to go through 10 different bingo calls, and the answer is the number of which that call relates to. For example, if I say legs 11, then the answer would be 11. So hope that makes sense. You need to write down the number that the saying relates to. So question 31. Knock at the door. Knock at the door. "32. Dancing Queen. Dancing Queen. "33. Time for tea. Time for tea. Question 34. Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate. Question 35. Two little ducks. Two little ducks. "36. Buckle my shoe. Buckle my shoe." If anyone fancies a virtual bingo during a lockdown, then maybe we can set that up instead of a quiz next time. Just a thought. So buckle my shoe. Question 37 is nearly there. Nearly there. "38. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day." "39. Young and Keen. Young and Keen. Number 40, Tom Mix. Tom Mix. Flick back through to the start of that section. 31 was Knock at the Door. 32, Dancing Queen. 33, Time for Tea. 34, Heaven's Gate. 35, Two Little Ducks. 36, Buckle My Shoe. 37, Nearly There. 38, Valentine's Day. 39, Young and Keen. And 40, Tom Mix. This section is called Tone Deaf, otherwise known as the music round. Question 41. Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent is the debut album of which Scottish singer-songwriter? Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent is the debut album of which Scottish singer-songwriter? A bit of a tongue twister, that one. Question 42. Which former The Smiths frontman released I Am Not a Dog on a Chain in 2020? Which former The Smiths frontman released I Am Not a Dog on a Chain in 2020? With 43. Stupid Love was the debut single from the album Chromatic from which US superstar? Stupid Love was the debut single from the album Chromatica from which US superstar? Is that A, Lady Gaga, B, Britney Spears, or C, Madonna? Question 44. Best known for the song Stay With Me, which English singer released To Die For in 2020? best known for the song Stay With Me, which English singer released To Die For in 2020? Question 45. Which country legend, known for the island in the stream and the gambler, sadly died in March 2020? Which country legend, known for islands in the stream and the gambler, sadly died in March 2020? Question 46. Bridge Over Troubled Water was the title of the final album from which musical duo? Bridge Over Troubled Water was the title of the final album from which musical duo? Question 47. Which pair of pop giants teamed up to release Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me in 1991? Which pair of pop giants teamed up to release Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me in 1991? Take no responsibility for any of these songs getting stuck in anyone's head. So question 48. Complete the title of this 1994 East 17 Christmas number 1. Stay Another. To complete the title of this 1994 East 17 Christmas number 1. Stay Another. And question 49. The biggest selling single of 1994 was Wet Wet Wet's Love Is All Around on the 4 Weddings and a Funeral soundtrack. Which English rock band first released the song in October 1967? So the biggest selling single of 1994 was Wet Wet Wet's Love Is All Around from the film 4 Weddings and a Funeral. So which English rock band first released the song in October 1967? And the last question for this section. Face Value was a 1981 album from which former member of the band Genesis? Face Value was a 1981 album from which former member of the band Genesis? Be interested to know in the comments if Genesis Explorer Scouts are named after the band. Right, I'm going to whiz back through to the start of that section. So 41, Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent is the debut album of which Scottish singer-songwriter? 42, which former The Smiths frontman released I Am Not a Dog on a Chain in 2020? Stupid Love was the debut single from the album Chromatica from which US superstar? A. Lady Gaga, B. Britney Spears, C. Madonna. Best known for the song Stay With Me, which English singer released To Die For in 2020? "45. Which country legend, known for Islands in the Stream and The Gambler, sadly died in March 2020? Bridge Over Troubled Water was the title of the final album from which musical duo? Bridge Over Troubled Water was the title of the final album from which musical duo? 47. Which pair of pop giants teamed up to release Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me in 1991? "48. Complete the title of this 1994 East 17 Christmas #1, Stay Another." 49. The biggest selling single of 1994 was Wet Wet Wet's Love Is All Around from the Four Weddings and a Funeral soundtrack. Which English rock band first released the song in 1967? Question 50. Face Value was a 1981 album from which former member of the band Genesis? So Face Value was a 1981 album from which former member of the band Genesis? So as this is the Easter edition, I thought I had some bit of fun with this final round. So this is the picture round. I'm going to go through pictures one at a time, and you need to identify the bunny in each picture. So the name of the bunny in each picture, or the rabbit in each picture. So we'll go through one at a time, and then I'll put all 10 images on the screen, and we'll have a break for a couple of minutes, and I'll leave those up on the screen so you can look through them and work for those 10. And when we'll come back for the answers. Moving into the final round. Question 51. Who's this? "52. 53. $54. $55. $56. $57. $58. $59. And 60. Anyway, so here's all 10 characters for you. And we'll leave those on the screen for the next few minutes. Give you a chance to go through them all, make sure you've got all your answers, and then we'll be back after a short break. So we'll see you in a bit. Alright, we'll be getting started again shortly. I've got my little helper here with me.
Hi.
Who's been busy working on her own question sheet downstairs, so she doesn't get any advantage.
I've got my phone charging upstairs. So
yeah, no cheating because she hasn't got the phone, so give you another 30 seconds or so and then we'll get going.
Yeah. Good luck!
I hope everyone's been enjoying the warm weather today, making the most of the sunshine as much as they can, even though obviously we need to stay in and not go out anywhere. We managed to have a bit of a barbecue here, and although I'm now sweating in my little room here, all these lights on and the computer's running. Right, so let's head into the answers.
See you guys. Bye.
Drive carefully.
I will. Lucy. Dad. Come on. Okay, you ready to go
I really
again?
can't do this.
You can. You're doing great.
And then this one. Good to go?
And we're back for the answers. Great Big Virtual Pub Quiz Easter Edition. So let's crack on. Okay. You're trusting you to mark your answers honestly. Yeah. If you've been working with other people in the family and you've got multiple answers, maybe swap your answers around. If not, we'll just continue on and trust you being honest. So the first section was Where Are We? aka Geography. Question 1. What is the largest city in the world by population? The answer is Beijing in China. So Beijing in China. Question 2. The Bahamas has which city as its capital? The answer is Nassau. Nassau. Question 3. Who lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? And that would be Donald Trump or the President of the United States. Either answer works for me. Question 4. Where is the Bridge of Sighs? The answer is Venice, Italy. That's Venice, Italy. Question 5. The Great Barrier Reef is located in which sea? It's the Coral Sea. The Coral Sea. Denia, Calpe and Benidorm are cities in which coastal area of Spain? The answer is Costa Blanca. Costa Blanca. Ferdinand de Lesseps was responsible for which engineering feat? It was the Suez Canal. The Suez Canal. The Hoover Dam is built on the border of which two US states? That's Nevada and Arizona. Nevada and Arizona. Which cycle race started in Leeds, Yorkshire in 2014? That was the Tour de France. Tour de France. Question 10. Which lake holds the largest volume of water in the UK? And that's Loch Ness. Loch Ness. Not the biggest lake, but it holds the most water. So, the happiest place on earth, aka the Disney round. In the film Frozen, who played the voice of Anna? That's Kristen Bell. Kristen Bell. Question 12. The film Tangled is a retelling of which German fairy tale? Rapunzel. It's Rapunzel. Having a daughter with long hair, I definitely wouldn't want to brush her hair. Question 13. Which Disney film is set in Scotland and has Billy Connolly as the voice of Fergus? The answer is Brave. What's Simba's mother's name? Sarabi. Sarabi. Where is Walt Disney World located? That's question 15. The parks in Bay Lake and Lake Buena Vista in Florida, not Orlando. So basically, Lake Buena Vista, Bay Lake works for me. It's not Orlando. How much land does Disney World comprise of? So either 50 square miles, 60 square miles, or 70 square miles. And the answer is 50 square miles, A. Which Walt Disney originally purchased the land for $5 million. So cheap land when you're buying a swamp. Question 17. In the Jungle Book, who teaches Mowgli about the bare necessities of life? The answer's Blue. I think that song's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the evening. Question 18. Which Disney princess has a raccoon as a sidekick? It's Pocahontas. Question 19. In the movie Finding Nemo, which country has Nemo been taken to? That's Australia. Question 20. What does the crocodile swallow in Peter Pan? It's a clock. So away he goes, tick tock, tick tock. So moving on to the next round. Fat and drunk or food and drink? Question 21. Varieties leather with some fava beans and a nice chianti is a well-used quote, but how are fava beans better known as? In the UK, they're broad beans. (22) Americans call this vegetable an eggplant, but what is it known as in the UK? It's an aubergine. In the UK, we know it as sweet corn, but what cereal grain is it a variety of? It's maize. In Italy, what is mortadella? That's a sausage. (25) Mocha is a coffee usually flavoured with which substance? That's chocolate. What's the worst that could happen? Is a slogan used to advertise which drink? That's Dr. Pepper. (27) The beer brand Old Speckled Hen was acquired by which brewery in the year 2000? That was Green King. (28) You only get an ooh with which product according to its advertising slogan? It's Tofu. You only get an ooh with tofu. According to the Grocer Magazine, which was the top selling alcoholic brand as of April 2018? A. Budweiser, B. Foster's, C. Stella Artois, and the answer is C. Stella Artois. Question 30. Which product gives you wings according to the advertising slogan? It's a Red Bull. Now we're on to bingo. 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 Right, so bingo calls. Knock at the door is number 4. Question 32. Dancing Queen is 17. (33) Time for tea is 83. 83. Time for tea. Heaven's Gate 78. Two Little Ducks 22. Buckle My Shoe 32. Nearly There 89. Valentine's Day 14. Young and Keen 15. Tom Mix, number 6. Now on to the music round. Tone deaf. Question 41. Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent is a debut album of which Scottish singer-songwriter? That's Lewis Capaldi. Which former The Smiths frontman released I'm Not a Dog on a Chain in 2020? Morrissey. Stupid Love was the debut single from the album Chromatica from which US superstar? Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, Madonna. The answer is A, Lady Gaga. Best known for the song Stay With Me, which English singer released To Die For in 2020? The answer is Sam Smith. 45. Which country legend, known for Island in the Stream and The Gambler, sadly died in March 2020? And that was Kenny Rogers. Bridge Over Troubled Water was the title of the final album from which musical duo? Simon and Garfunkel. Which pair of pop giants teamed up to release Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me in 1991? It's George Michael and Elton John. Complete the title of this 1994 East 17 Christmas number 1. Stay Another Day. Answer's Day. 49. The biggest selling single of 1994 was Wet Wet Wet's Love Is All Around from the 4 Weddings and a Funeral soundtrack. Which English rock band first released the song in October 1967? It's the Trogs or the Trogs or however it's not. No one I'm not sure how to pronounce. And 50. Face Value was a 1981 album from which former member of the band Genesis? The answer is Phil Collins. So on to our Easter special rounds, Easter bunnies and naming the Easter bunnies. First one was the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. And we have Thumper from Bambi. We've got Bugs Bunny. And a proper old school one is Ricochet Rabbit. I believe that's old Warner Brothers cartoons. We have Buster Baxter. The name of the program they're from escapes me now. One from my childhood, Bucky O'Hare. And we've got Roger Rabbit. From Peppa Pig, Miss Rabbit. told Mrs. Rabbit is also acceptable because they look alike. "59, we have Peter Rabbit. And finally, the Easter Bunny. So how did you do, everyone? I hope you enjoyed tonight's quiz and you managed to answer most of those. It'd be great if you could stick your scores in the comments just so I can see how well everyone did in that. I hope everyone's not suffering too much in lockdown this Easter, and Easter Bunny brings you lots of special treats tomorrow, and you actually managed to make them last more than 24 hours, and yeah, make them make them last for the rest of the lockdown, but who knows how long that will be. So well done to Vicky Spence, who got 46. A shout out to Dave Lesser from Genesis Explorer Scouts. Great to see everyone here today. 32nd, second Wimborne, Hamble Sea Scouts. Well done Ollie, 26 overall, and Jacob, 36.5. Well done Jacob. And Sam with 39. And Laura, the 32. And Amber, 29. Yeah, and the man at the door, number 54 for Genesis Explorer Scouts. And 31 for Kate. Demar, 42 from Hamble. So if you want to join in with any of these in the future, please hit a like and give us a like and subscribe to the channel, and you'll get notifications on anything that pops up in the future rounds. And when we do, we'll try and keep these going for as long as the lockdown's on, maybe every couple of weeks. Well done to Amelia, who got 14 out of 60.
That was hard.
Which for a 10-year-old working by herself, I think that was quite a good score. So well done, high five.
I've done better.
Cool. Thanks everyone, and we'll see you next time. Stay safe, and we'll see you all soon. And social helpers now left the room after falling over the light stand. Have a good evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.